Welcome to the Mayhem. This is SithJaeger, and today I'm giving you my first impressions of a new game released here in North America for Android and iOS, and that is Crossout Mobile. And Crossout Mobile, the goal of the game is to collect parts, to craft items, to build the ultimate vehicle, to go out and wreck others. A lot of customization in this game. Kind of briefly review everything you see here on the main menu, and then get into a little bit of gameplay. But for those of you that will watch me playing Tank Legion, this is where I've been spending most of my time lately. But let's go ahead and get into what this game has to offer. So there is a lot of personalization options here. You can choose avatars, you can unlock avatars as you reach certain levels. You can choose frames, backgrounds, and taunts. Taunts is something that you'll see, or something another player will see when you've killed them. And you can also add different sprays. Below that we have the missions tab. These are missions that you can complete. You can actually complete some of the missions by watching videos. Then you have your daily login, and we are going to go quickly here. You have a ranking system, and this is where we get into the meat of what goes on, and you can actually design vehicles or save blueprints that others have designed if you have the parts, and then you just load the vehicles that you want to use. Here you can see that we have 3 likes on our first blueprint. Pretty simple blueprint there, but yeah. And below that you have your chat, you have general, and you have clan. Of course, you have to belong to a clan. Clans are maxed out at 10, so there's a lot of clans out there. You have trophy road, and these are items that you unlock as you progress through the different levels. We finished out the engineer faction, and after that you're going to get to choose whether or not you want to be a nomad, lunatic, or scavenger. We chose the scavenger road, and so we're going to be unlocking items that are available to the scavengers. Next we have the parts menu, and you can filter this by anything you want to filter it by. Rockets, melee, explosive, just all kind of weapons. You can actually click on a weapon and see what it's going to take to craft. There on the right are the materials you're going to need to craft the sledgehammer. Then you can move on to see what you actually have in storage. Now there is customization on here. You can actually paint these items any color that you have in your storage. And then here you can see structural parts that are going to be available to you depending on what faction you decide to go with. Nomads. Like I said, we actually picked the scavengers. So get back out of here, and then we get to the building. Okay, so you can build a vehicle, or you can build a Leviathan. We actually have nothing available to build a Leviathan, so let's go back to the vehicle. This was a vehicle that I assembled from a pack that I bought from the store. You can customize this any way you want to. You can attach almost anything anywhere. You can move it around, you can flip it, you can put it sideways, standing straight up, upside down. Pretty much anything you can think of you can do in this game. And right here we have a power level of 3800. If you're not good at building stuff, you can use the auto assembly feature here. Here you can see that this vehicle is 2700. Now we have one that's 2300. Now I would like to see, as this game gets updated, the ability to choose a cabin or maybe a weapon and design around that. Because right now the only designs it's going to pull up are the designs for the first cabin you received, which is the pickup cabin here. And this is pretty low power, 1928. Now next to customizing your own vehicle, one of the best features of this game is the ability to test drive just about anything. If you can find it in the exhibition or in the shop, or you can make it yourself, you can come here and test drive it. You will always see right to your left, as soon as you exit the cargo plane, the same vehicle that you're driving, so you can kind of see how it stacks up to incoming fire. I have heard that you want to try to target enemies in conjunction with your teammates, going after the weapons first. Once you take out their weapons, you can go after their tires. That way they don't want to move. Sometimes people, I think, place too much emphasis on trying to take out the vehicle when their teammates are in trouble, trying to fend off somebody else. So get rid of those weapons, and once those weapons are gone, move on to something. Then you can always come back to these guys and finish them out. I don't think we're going to be able to catch them here. Now you'll notice that we have a couple of red dots, or now we just have one, and this is the guy that's in our line of sight. When you're using the mini-map up the top right, unless you have a radar, you're not going to be able to spot the reds. There is no lit up feature. So just because your teammate sees a red does not mean you're going to see the same red. You can see we see 2 dots, and then he goes off to the distance, and he's going to disappear from our radar eventually. This is a little tutorial on how you place a weapon. You basically pick a weapon, you drag it, you put it up here, and it's going to change your power score. We are now up to 2,500. Now there are limits. There's part limits, there's energy limits, and there's a mass limit, so you can't exceed any of those. Still plenty you can do with all the customization the game allows you to do when it comes to picking your vehicle. They have a great tutorial on how to actually build. I didn't really need it. You know, you can either rotate it or move. And let's move on to the shop, or I'm sorry, the exhibition here. So we want to use playable blueprints. Exhibition is kind of designs that people have just made that aren't really functional in the game. They do have contests for that, but you can actually pull up any blueprint that's been posted under the playable exhibition, and you can see what kind of list of parts they have, and you can test drive the vehicles. Here we're going to shred ourselves. That's awesome. And you know, if you don't want to play against other people, man, you could play this game all day just playing against bots. Use that little button up at the top left. It has a little vehicle on there, and then in come the bots. Now, I'm not really sure how accurate their firepower is when compared to in-game, but it's still fun to come in here with different types of vehicles that others have. And you can see there that our health is going down, so you will die. So you can't just come in here and you know, seal clip all these bots. You do kind of gotta know what you're doing. But yeah, you can go through there and pick anything you want. I think we're gonna move up and take a quick look at the store next. And the store is gonna be where you buy your packs and your battle passes. You can see everything they have to offer. My favorite is right here, not just because it is the most expensive, but I would say it's an Iron Man design, red and gold. It is awesome. And let's give this a test drive. I mean, after all, this is one of the best parts of this game. I do wish they would let you test drive on actual maps. That way you could actually practice learning the maps, because there are some maps that have overpasses and different routes to take to get to the bases. And so I would like them to see them incorporate these test runs into just random battle maps, just so you can drive around and kind of get your feel for what you're doing in the game. It's also where you get your coins. Alright, next we're going to take a look at the market, and the market is where you can buy items. You can, of course, sort them by type, and then it also gives you access to the store. We took a look at that, so we don't need to spend much time there. And then, of course, you have clans. Now, clans are limited to 10 players each, and I may have mentioned that or not. I may have mentioned that already. I can't remember. I've done this video so many times. Up at the top, you have your incoming news breaks. And then, of course, you have some settings. Now, one of the things I would like them to see is the ability to customize the settings, to choose where you want the fire buttons, to choose how big you want the fire buttons. Hopefully that comes soon, so you can set it up like any other game that you are used to playing. The last thing we're going to talk about before we get into one match are the subscriptions. You do have two kind of subscriptions. You have a Battle Pass subscription, and this is for those that play Tank Legion, like your Hero Pass, where you progress through the different levels and you get different items. Here you can read up by pressing the little eye icon next to Battle Pass, or information. It'll give you the information on the Battle Pass, and you can read this in-game, or you can slow it down and read it now. But yeah, this is definitely where you get your items. And just like other games, there is an item pass, and then there is one for coin and for experience. And go back to the store, and that's here, your 1 month subscription. Now, the Battle Pass is actually good for 50 days, and these are 1 month subscriptions that are $4.99. And here you can see it increases your resources, experience, rating points, and crafting time is reduced. So, from what I hear, these are really great, good buys. So, if you're really into this game, definitely go out there and buy both of them. I personally just have the Battle Pass because I'm not really sure how devoted I am to actually building this game. And let's go ahead and get into a battle here. Now, here you can see we're going to have an encounter. So we are going to be going for one base. There are other matches where you go to their base and they try to come to yours, and that will look different on here. But anytime you're going into a game, it'll always tell you what kind of battle it's going to be and what map it's going to be on. So I think it's a pretty good feature here. So here, you know, we're going to be going towards the same base, and the goal is to either capture the base or destroy all the enemies. Finally gonna load this game here. There we go. So you can see we have a radar here. I wish there were more commands that you could use in game, but right now you don't have any customizable commands. Now I have this radar on the back of our vehicle, so I can actually see the reds off to our right. You wouldn't be able to see them if you didn't have a radar. There is a little area that they come up on, and you know, I've talked to several people about the game, and most say that you get about a 50-50 win rate, kind of regardless of what you're doing. Here you can see we're trying to target the weapons on this guy, and he's already been taken out, so they're down one. And that seems to be true. I would not say that there's many people that have a 60% win rate in the game. And I've noticed that you win a couple of games, and all of a sudden you're matched in, and they've already gotten rid of one of our tires. You're matched against stronger players. That's also something I'd like to be able to see, or I'd like to see in battles. You don't know who's on your team. You don't know what power level you are until after the game. So right now we could be the strongest vehicle, or we could be the weakest, or we could be somewhere in between. Still 4. Well, they're down to 3 now, and we're at 5. So this match looks like it's about to be over fairly quickly. It's another thing I like about these games. The matches are 3 minutes or less, unless you're doing some kind of a PVE battle. You do have PvP and you do have PVE battles, and those are longer because you're basically clearing waves. You can see here, one person left. We did destroy one part. Where is he at? Using our radar. There he is, and he's rushing towards us. Kind of hard to drive when we are on 3 wheels, I believe. Shredding this guy from behind using the shotgun. When we zoom in with this weapon, we get lower power but at a higher frequency weight. And this guy is just about done. Nobody's capturing the base right now, or else that would be lit up right in the center of that diamond, I guess you could say. And he is done. We get the victory. And that's it. We actually pull in second place. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Definitely reach out to me here on YouTube if there's something you want to see. I don't know if I'll keep posting these videos. It's up to you guys. Collect our rewards. Let me know if you want to see more videos like this, and I'll keep posting them. Or if you'd rather see more Tank Legion, let me know in the comments below. As always, hope to see you on the battlefield. This is SithJaeger, and I'm out.